Hello everyone, hope that you're well. It's Miss Hinde-Taylor here, ready to read chapter 11 of Baby Aliens, Got My Teacher. Sorry for the bit of delay, I've had awful hay fever and haven't stopped sneezing, which hasn't made reading very easily. Because it's been so lovely that all the blossoms come out. Anyway, so here we are, heads down, thumbs up. We acted very normal for the rest of the day, and we made sure we didn't let anyone get anywhere near our ears. Jodi said we should go everywhere together, and then she said, act normal and keep your eyes wide open at all times. So we did. Then, in the afternoon, Miss Jones said we could all read our books because she was a bit sleepy from all the dancing. But I didn't read any of mine. I couldn't stop looking at the clock because as soon as it was home time, we would start plan 2. Then, when it was 10 minutes before the bell, Miss Jones said, right, how about a quick game of heads down, thumbs up before the bell? And that's when I really started to panic. You probably know the game, heads down, thumbs up, but just in case you live in France or somewhere like that, then I'll tell you what it is. Everyone puts their heads down on the desk with their eyes closed and their thumbs sticking up. Then 4 people are picked to stand at the front. And then when everyone has their heads down and nobody is peeking, they sneak around and pick one person each and squeeze their thumbs. Then, when they've all picked someone, they go back to the front of the classroom and say, OK, and everyone brings their head back up and opens their eyes. Then the teacher says, if your thumb was squeezed, stand up. And then usually 4 people stand up, but sometimes there are 5 if someone is pretending their thumb got squeezed when it didn't. Then the people who got their thumb squeezed have to try and guess who squeezed it, and if they get it right, they get to swap places and be one of the squeezers. It's usually a really fun game, but we haven't played it for ages because Miss Jones doesn't like it. And that's one reason I started to panic when she suggested it, because she doesn't even like that game. But the main reason I started to panic was because if we all had our heads down and our eyes closed, then Miss Jones would have full access to our ears because we couldn't even stick our fingers in them because we'd have to put our thumbs up. Then Miss Jones said that she would be one of the squeezers, and so would Gary Petrie. I didn't know what to do. I looked at Zach and he was texting on his phone under the table, and I looked at it and it said, I love you, Mum. Goodbye. P.S. I'm sorry I didn't change the cat litter. Then I looked at Maisie and it looked like she was already in position to play the game. But then I saw her thumbs weren't up and I knew that she had fainted. That's when I thought we were doomed. But then I looked at Jodi and she had that look in her eyes. And I didn't know what she was going to do. But I knew she was going to do something. And then Jodi had the biggest JT, remember that means Jodi tantrum, ever. She jumped up and a seat went flying and she started screaming, go, go, go! And that meant run. So we did. Jodi started throwing jotters and pens all over the place, and then she waved a ruler at Gary Petrie when he tried to get up, and me and Zach had to carry Maisie by a leg and an arm each. But we were still going really fast because we just had to, and Miss Jones was shouting, stop! Where are you going? And then, when we were almost out the door, I remembered plan 2. Plan 2 was that we were going to steal Miss Jones's weird teddy to find out what she was planning and stop her. So even though I was really scared and we were nearly out in the corridor, I ran back and Jodi shouted, Izzy! No! Ooh! Stay tuned for chapter 12, Decapitation. Take care, everyone.